This is severely linked with the aspect of sex, which is to be a dog as opposed to a god. To be a dog is to chase tail and sniff ass, which is why the Star of David wags the dog and V chases after it. Sex is the mark of the beast that keeps the fires of the torch being brought forward in the human race, as everyone is having relationships while being electrical relays on ships. That's the track that the human race has found itself in, fixated on the training wheel, which is what it truly means to have a flat earth mentality. As was stated in the work called The Ether, there is no earth, only ether, which is of the heart. Yet, in what is called the physical realm, everyone is chasing the dog, as they exist around the eye of Saturn. There is no earth, so how can there be a flat earth? You are circling Saturn, exactly as shown in the symbol of Mecca, exactly as shown in the ultimate symbol of Freemasonry. It is the authentic basis for the turning of the ages, which are the disciples of the sun, the quintessential Prometheus that has been chained to a stone or rooted into the tree of desire, the phoenix which is rising from its ashes, which is the symbol of 9/11, which was the emergency call made to consummate the end of the great year turning, which is to add another tree ring, to circle the square, the rings and the cube, a vow of eternity which creates the solution. The cycle has to stop somewhere, but there are no external saviors, none. One needs to stop the cycle within themselves, which are actions rooted in desire, the chasing of one's own tails, the never-ending story that is easy to get caught in because it seems so real. Sex itself is the crux of this endless chase, and if this desire cannot be surpassed, then one will remain in the time trap, because God cannot be a dog. Live like a dog, die like a dog. To be free of the matrix, one must be pathless, which is to be neutral. It is to be in the center, centaur, which is seen 100%, or both sides of the equation, at once. To struggle with polarities is to be like the demigods or elves who are 50-50, only ever seeing one side of the situation. To be happy is to forget sadness. To remember sadness is to forget happiness. One does not see both sides of the coin at the same exact moment without conflict. The ending of duality, and thus the exit from the matrix glass prison, is to find the last threshold, which is to be whole. It is to find one centaur. To find 100, completeness, is to step through the 101st gateway, which is the pathless between the two pillars, and through the ring. There are 101 arteries of the heart. One of them penetrates the crown of the head. Moving upwards by it, a man reaches the immortal. The others serve for departing in different directions. Yeah, in different directions. The 101st artery of the heart opens the pathless door of Brahma, which is where the adept may enter, while the souls of every other ordinary man and woman depart in the other 100 directions, back into the matrix, Plato's cave. The symbol of 101 was shown in the Matrix movie, pulling the direction of its meaning towards the necessity of choice, which keeps one locked into polarities. If the individual can see that they exist as both animal and man, there is then the possibility that the two sides can be merged, and one can then bury the dog and become the god they were meant to be. Otherwise, one is caught in the very conundrum of choice, which is to pick up a coin and believe that there is only one side in your hand. Both sides of any choice are carried, regardless of the amount of denial that any might have towards this. Choice keeps one turning in the great wheel, running with the human race around Saturn. The great question is, does anyone truly want to know the reason why?